almost as if I want to dodge somebody. Imagine you're walking the street and there's somebody passing here. You want to dodge that person. From when you get it to when you actually do it without thinking about it, there is a lot of social dancing sessions in between. Let's look at the basic step. I'm gonna do basic step of salsa and soup forward. Some people tells me like they cannot connect the bottom part with the upper part, and what it looks from the outside is this. The tips that I give them is always to take the basic step as layers. So the first layer to learn for basic step is the foot. The feet, sorry, not the foot. How do we move the feet? So if you do a 1, you're gonna do 1, 2, 3. But in this case, we're doing on 2, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. E, fa, si, se, cu, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. From the back, would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Cu, pa, cu, pa, cu, pa, cu, pa. Yep. When we do the steps in the basic step, one of the things that you might experience is that like you feel very slow, and that is because of one reason. Actually, two. One is the foot. Anytime that you move away from your base, yeah, your foot should never touch the floor. It can, like, once you learn the dynamic and to understand how it works, then you can do it. But I would always say to anybody just starting now, don't get in the habit of putting your entire foot on, because what will happen is that your weight is gonna go forward, which you don't want. You want your weight to come back towards the center. And when you go back, the same thing. When you go back, you want your weight to go forward again, right, for the next one. So if you put your foot down only on the toe, what happens is that you have this kind of bounce. It's kind of like natural for you to then go backwards. You can still go forward and miss it, but it's less likely. So it's not about the foot in itself that it needs to be on the toe, but it's to think that whenever you go forward, you're doing it because you want to go back. So you give yourself like a push to go back. And when you go back, you give yourself a push to go forward. And if you do this if you think about that and you use your toes only, it's going to be easier, because then you think about something that you need to do, but also you do it in your body. You have like a distinction between doing it like this and doing it like this. Also, your knee. When we dance salsa, we never dance it completely with our knee straight. Let me see if I can see. Yeah, I think I can show it. We bend it a tiny bit. Why is this? It gives you more bounce. Yeah. Even if you try to be stiff, when you are on your knee, even just a tiny bit, it's difficult to be very, very stiff. And also, lower center of gravity gives you a little bit more balance. And it helps you out a lot, especially when you need to turn and we need to do spins later on. So getting these habits at the beginning is really, really good. Second layers, shoulder. How do we move the shoulder? The exercise that worked for me when I first learned it was this. So basically, you pretend that you're walking, actually walk. When you walk, the hand that you move, it's always the opposite hand of the leg that is moving, yeah? In salsa, to move the shoulder in the basic step, it's as if you would walk like this. Yeah? So what happened here? That the shoulder that I'm moving is the same shoulder as the leg. Yeah? Now, how do I then make it not look weird? It's because I'm gonna use the hands as well. So I move the same direction with the shoulder as I move the foot, and I touch with the opposite hand my shoulder. Yeah? So forward with the leg, forward with the same shoulder, and touch with the other hand the shoulder. And then I'm gonna move forward. Pa, ki, ki, 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 pa. Do this for like 30 minutes, very slow, to understand how your body moves and reacts to it. Now, once you get used to do this, then you can do it less accentuated, so like more here instead of touching the shoulder. So that allows you to give a little bit more flavor without being robotic. When we use the hands, you can use them in a less accentuated way. Pa, in, doo, pa, doo, pa, goo, pa, goo, pa, or more accentuated way. Pa, goo, 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 pa. Yeah. As you can see, my hands move when my feet move. If there's a pause in my feet, there's a pause in my hand. Pa, 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 goo, pa, pa, goo, pa, goo, pa. Yeah. The next step is actually to understand that the shoulder move does not come from the shoulder itself, but it comes from your chest. Yeah. So when it moves, it's actually your chest moving. Look, right now, I'm not moving my shoulder, I'm moving my chest. And my chest makes my shoulder move. Yeah. So it's my chest going this direction, this direction. It's the same as when you do this. Yeah. And so what I do is almost as if I want to dodge somebody. Imagine you're walking the street and there's somebody passing here. You want to dodge that person. Yeah. So when I dodge the person, one shoulder goes behind and the other one goes forward. This is the movement that I want to do when I go forward. Pa, 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 pa. And then I can combine the movement of the chest with the movement of the shoulder to accentuate it even more. So I can put my shoulder forward and rotate it a little bit. Hey, boom, boom, piri, pa, kiri, pa, kiri. Another important tip, elbows. Elbows, elbows, elbows. One of the things that I see a lot, or that people ask me a lot, is about how you position your arms while you dance it. And a general rule that I've seen looking at like videos, looking at great artists, looking at people that I love to watch, is that they never go behind their torso with their knee, with their elbow, sorry. Yeah. So they never do this. What they do is going on the side. So they go this, pa, pa. Yeah. What does this change do? Two things. One, it makes you not look like a T-Rex, literally. Because a lot of times there's this going on. which makes us look like a T-Rex, but also it closes our body a little bit. When you do it, when you open up and you do it on the side, look what happened. Even if I'm not moving, it looks like I'm moving a lot. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. I look on the side, what happened? I never pass here. I never pass the torso. You know, Leandro, it's a lot of things all together. It's overwhelming. Don't worry. I explained it step by step so that you can literally take it one at a time. You go home, you do your homeworks, you come back in a month, or you come back in a week, or you come back in a couple of days, and you add the next step, right? So you can do literally, you start from your hand, from your feet. Okay, what can I add? Let's make sure that I'm pushing back, and then when I'm going back, I'm pushing forward. I'm making sure that I'm not tensing my knees. All right, do I do that? Yes, okay, I got it. Now, from I got it to it's in my body, there is a huge gap. From when you get it to when you actually do it without thinking about it, there is a lot of social dancing sessions in between, and a lot of practice in between. So it's always good to come back onto these concepts, to take a video while you're dancing and check these things out, because I've been dancing for 5-6 years, even more, I think, and I check the videos out and I make a lot of mistakes regarding fundamentals and regarding the basic steps, which then leads to more mistakes later on. Practice a lot, check back, implement new things, and then iterate. Bye.